Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and I'm here to bring you guys a new One Piece manga 691 prediction. And wow, we're almost to chapter 700 of One Piece. Just give it like 10 more chapters and we'll be there. And I guess you can say that's actually a pretty big landmark, and it'll also mean that we're 100 chapters into part 2 of One Piece. So I'm pretty excited to see what maybe chapter 700 will actually have. Maybe it'll be some special surprise around then. But this week's chapter of One Piece was honestly pretty good. I mean, we had a lot of fighting for the most part. It wasn't really like there was a lot of talking, of course, but nothing of real relevance. At least to me, I didn't really see anything of real relevance. Most of it has been talked about before. Dealing with, of course, the sad stuff. Of course, Joker, or you can say Doflamingo. Of course, pulling the strings of everything. We see Luffy fighting a little bit against Caesar Clown. Caesar Clown uses this like beam move at Luffy, and it like melts his steel away. And he goes on about like about the new world, and how Doflamingo is controlling everything, and how nobody can stop Virgo. And it seems like this chapter mainly focuses on Virgo, because of course we see a little flash of the different Straw Hats here or there, but mainly I could say that the second half of the chapter is what really to me mattered the most out of anything else that we've seen this week's chapter, because of course we see Smoker fighting against Virgo, trying to take down Virgo. Of course, this doesn't seem like his attempts are really too like good at this point. Virgo even goes on like, you keep trying to make yourself a bigger target by expanding yourself. You're not doing anything but hurting yourself. Even some other people go on and talk about how Virgo is, a powerful hockey user. Doflamingo's right hand man, can't be stopped. You can't beat him. And actually, it wasn't what Smoker was trying to do. He wasn't trying to go ahead and defeat him. He knew he couldn't defeat him. And in the end, really what he was trying to do, of course, was get Law's heart back for him. So, of course, Law does get his heart back. And Law, for the most part, during the chapter, is basically going on, talking to Doflamingo, making sure, telling him, hey, are you listening to this? I've got this. I'm taking this down. I'm taking you down. And he's like, oh, you remember the last time you made Virgo mad? You can't beat Virgo. Virgo's the best. Virgo's top dog. That sort of thing. And of course, Virgo. Honestly, like Virgo looks so beast when he went into that full hockey form. I mean, Virgo was supposed to be, I guess, so powerful as far as with his hockey that he's supposed to be able to resist Law's abilities. But I guess Doflamingo forgot that Law's also been improving himself. Or you can see that Law has gotten a lot better than he was in part one. When we saw him in part one, he was not nearly able to do as much as we've seen him do now. So of course, he easily, which I was just kind of surprised by this. Like after Virgo gets into this big buff form full of hockey, and you see him looking like all badass, then you see like freaking Law pull out his sword, one swoop, one clean swoop, and it not only cut him in half, but it seemed like it cut the entire laboratory and the outside in half. Which honestly, that looked so freaking epic. I mean, that's pretty much the big highlight of this chapter. All the other stuff in this chapter didn't really matter all that much because, of course, I mean, I guess you can say, the whole sad experimental thing, that's being taken down. But for the most part, I mean, this was really mainly a fighting chapter, even though you had a lot of different dialogue going in it and, relating to Doflamingo. The only thing I guess you could say that kind of made a little bit of relevance is when, at the end, we see Law say, that, Whitebeard, kind of foreshadowed, I guess, the big war that everybody talks about that's going to happen at the end of One Piece. Because, we hear him talk about Whitebeard, saying Whitebeard merely just ended his era. The Marines have been piling up their people and trying to become stronger, but they haven't fought any of the bigger names, the big names, and that the war is coming, with this new era, all these gears are turning, and that, basically this is all getting ready to start. So, I guess you can say that things are of course you see a little foreshadowing to the end of One Piece, maybe, or maybe I'm assuming that's probably going to be the end of One Piece, maybe when a big war starts up, when they finally reach the end of the New World, since they're already in New World right now. But good chapter as far as that goes. As far I don't know, I want to see. Only thing I kind of didn't like is I want Luffy versus Caesar to kind of be the main focus. Caesar is kind of disappointing me now as a villain. I mean, it kind of feels like Hody Jones all over again. I mean, he doesn't really seem that too threatening. Luffy's just smacking him around a little bit. I mean, I'm enjoying, as far as fight scenes, Virgo's fight scenes more than I was enjoying Caesar Clown's fight scenes, because right now he really is seeming like a clown. I mean, getting smacked around, not really meaning too much at this point. But the chapter overall, I mean, if I were to like give it a rating, I mean, I normally don't do ratings myself. I know a lot of other reviewers do. I would say maybe 7 out of 10. Definitely, pretty good chapter. Do think it's worth the read. And as for next week's chapter, probably, I mean, we'll probably get more panning over to some of the other Straw Hats, see what they're doing, and probably we'll see more of Luffy fighting Caesar Clown. I don't see a whole chapter being focused on Caesar Clown now at this point for a little while, only because it seems like that's not what Oda's trying to do at this point. Maybe after everybody else is taken down, because Monette, she's already been beaten, and we know Virgo's been beaten. But obviously, the Straw Hats, probably have to regroup and get out of there or whatnot. And that's probably when Luffy will finish up his little fight with Caesar Clown, I'm assuming. But let me know what you guys think about this week's chapter. Did you think it was good? Did you enjoy it? What else are you looking forward to seeing at the end of this arc and in the next arc dealing with Doflamingo? Hopefully, the next arc does focus around Doflamingo. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But great chapter to me. I do recommend watching it, or not watching it, but reading it if you do like One Piece. Even if you only like it a little bit, or if you like it a lot, definitely worth the read. So anyway, please don't forget to rate this video. If you like this video, guys, please don't forget to put a thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, guys, and you thought maybe I wasn't thorough enough, or maybe you just didn't think I did a good job in this video, you can put a thumbs down. The choice is yours. Also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content and you would like to see more of my reviews, more of my different stuff that I put up on my channel. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys.